What is going on, guys? DBG here, and today is another episode of the series where I rate your teams in NBA 2K22 MyTEAM, lads. So, before we get on to it, if you guys are new to the channel, subscribe. We are like 50 subscribers away from getting to 280k. Obviously, it was our goal for the start of the month. We just missed it, but we are extremely close. Again, huge thank you guys for all the support on the channel recently. So, anyway, yeah. We have got right here a whole bunch of teams. So if you guys want to send your team, follow me on Twitter, and when I tweet just send teams, you guys can put your team in, explain how much MT you have, what your playstyle is, and show your team. If I do happen to scroll by your team, it means your team is perfectly fine. So again, there are a lot of teams, I'm telling you, that are perfectly fine in my team, and there's just no point really like actively going over those type of cards if they're perfectly fine. So anyway, first of all, we are going to take a look at this team right here. Okay, so we're just going to go to the first one anyway. Have 443k MT, and I'm currently about to start Booker grind, and I like to run 5 out if the opponent does settings. Shooting guard position definitely needs some work, so any suggestions? Okay, so the shooting guard position, I don't mind Mike Miller, and I don't even mind Jaylen Brown. I think Booker is slightly better than both. I don't think Booker's a crazy amount. It's a crazy thing to say, but I don't think Booker is a mad amount better. I think he's slightly better. I don't think that he's a crazy amount better, but he will help your team. I think, in my opinion, you've got the center, Jaren Jackson Jr., who's better than Maurice Lucas. But if you want to put Maurice Lucas over him, I'm cool with that. I just prefer for him, maybe Josh Smith. Maybe Josh Smith for DeRozan. Yeah, I'm thinking that. Maybe Josh Smith for DeRozan, and then push Lamar Odom to the 3. I know DeMar DeRozan is he's a legit, he's a legit like grindable card, that he's a good card and he's free. But I think Josh Smith is so cheap that you probably should just pick him up, or even tactically downgrade like Rudy Gay to Josh Smith and start. Yeah, that might work as well. That really might. That's the whole thing where it's like a lot of these guys are very similar standard, and I don't even know, like Rudy Gay's so cheap that he's so good. It's hard. Like the 2 guard position, just honestly get Booker. And depending, you have 443k, so maybe Diamond Clay. Diamond Clay is where your best option there. Okay, this team is fine. Oh, actually, you know what? I don't really like that LeBron James. You've got 3.5 million though, so you've got like unlimited funds. How juiced is that Klay Thompson? Like, you must really like Steph Curry if you're using Steph Curry with unlimited funds. I would swap LaMelo or Penny for LaMelo, considering your MT total. I'd swap Penny for LaMelo. Your centers are fine. Your power forwards are fine, considering like, he's what's his name's a lock-in. Jameson's a lock-in. You've locked in the set. You've locked in the Christmas set, haven't you? Okay, that now makes sense. I'd still swap Penny for LaMelo, but he's probably locked in the Christmas set. That's the only way I can think. It's the only reason I can think of to be running a squad like, well, to be running the 3 Christmas Day players with that much MT instead of a single 75th. Especially when LeBron 75th, in my opinion, is like significantly better than the other LeBron. So, yeah, you must have locked in the Christmas Day set, or the Christmas Eve set, which is fine, which is completely fine. It's just that kind of lowers the team a tiny bit. But like, this is like a solid 8.5 out of 10. Or say, what am I talking about? This is all like 9.3 out of 10. This team is like an 8 out. At this stage in the game, like, I'm being like swayed because every freaking team is a god squad when you play Unlimited or Clutch Time nowadays because of the way the matchmaking is. So, 8 out of 10 maybe? Okay, this is a very similar team. So I'm going to find a team that might need a little bit of work. Again, from scrolling by any of your teams, trust me, you're all good. Your teams are good. Okay. What's Bill Walton doing in the squad? I just need to be clear. What the hell is Bill Walton doing in the squad? Like, I'm all for weird players. Heck, I run a lot of weird players myself, but what the hell is Bill Walton doing in the squad? There is absolutely zero reason to have Bill Walton in there. Go spend an hour grinding for Jaren Jackson Jr. Like, that's gonna be a hell of a lot better than Bill freaking Walton. Like, what? What were you thinking, man? What were you thinking with Bill Walton? Like, I don't even think he's that terrible. But why? But why? There's no reason. There is absolutely no reason to have Bill Walton in your squad. I'm sorry, I will stand by that. There is no reason. But just move Josh Smith to the 5. I don't know. Jaren Jackson Jr. is the easy example to give, considering you're planning to get Devin Booker. Okay, so you're gonna get Jaren Jackson Jr. Put him in the squad, and then replace Jaylen Brown, Booker, and your team is fine. Your point guards are fine. Everything except Bill Walton. Is this a troll? Is it a troll? I refuse to believe that a real person spent like legal tender in the MyTEAM game mode to buy a Bill Walton for any reason other than to just have Bill Walton. Someone spent legal tender in the mode to buy a Bill Walton to use him? I'm in shock. I'm genuinely in shock, lads. So, like, it's not even a terrible team. Other than that, like, it's a solid 8.5 out of 10 team. Other than that, Bill Walton brings them to a 7.5. He really does. Okay. Okay, so Garland, Jaylen Brown, Odom, Josh Smith, Serge Ibaka. No money spent. VC might play. Haven't played that much this year. Most of his MTs from Ping Time and Larry. Got Kazi with Chef range mismatch on first board. Only did agenda cards for squad right. And only did agenda cards for squad right now. 90k MT waiting for a new cheap Pippin. Run everything through Garland and Kazi. Okay, considering you run through Garland, I was literally going to say, I was like, unless you run everything through Garland, there's no point having Garland in your squad. Like, he's so weak on defense that you have to be great with the guy. Like, if you're really good with Garland, again, he's going to be a nice card, but you got to be nice with Garland. Otherwise, he's not worth using at all. But you've got a decent defensive team around him. This isn't a bad old squad. Hey, Jaren Jackson Jr., Ayton, Ibaka, Josh Smith are good. Scotty's so freaking good. I don't care what anyone says about Scottie Pippen. He's so good. As well as that with Scotty, you're getting like a really good defender. And then Lynn is brilliant. Like, Lynn, I like this team. Like, this team may not seem like it's up to much. I'm telling you, this is a nice little team. Like, this team is effective. If you're good, again, if you're good with Kazi and you're good with Garland, this team can be really, really effective. It is not bad at all. So, yeah, I'm happy. I like this team. I know a lot of people will probably say this team is terrible, but I like it. I like it. I think it's a pretty nice team. So, then we are going to keep scrolling. Jeremy at the 2 is weird. Okay. Let's keep scrolling. If I'm scrolling by your team's fine, by the way. Your team is fine. And there's just no reason to say your team like, oh yeah, you have a really, really solid team. There's no point in like taking time out of the video to say oh yeah, your team's very good. Okay. So, how do you use Shaq? That is the question. Because depending on the way that you use Shaq, this could be, like, Shaq could be either a really, really good player or the number one player you should get rid of in your squad. There's no middle ground with Shaquille O'Neal. He's either going to be brilliant for you or you should get rid of him. Like, unless you absolutely love Shaq, there's no reason to have him. If you didn't even Nate Thurmond on the bench, then you may like interiors. So that would kind of make a little bit of sense, but I don't know. I just think Shaq not shooting the ball, same with Thurmond, can kind of go against you, even though Thurmond can sometimes shoot from the corners. But no reason for Blake. No reason for Blake at all. Sell Blake, buy Josh Smith. Josh Smith is better in pretty much every way than Blake Griffin. And also, well, you save MT. I would sell Dr. J and buy Lamar Odom. Again, you've got a better card in your hands. I know he doesn't shoot from deep, but you've got a better card in your hands than Lamar Odom. And also, you've saved MT. Shaq's a really good inside, so if you like Shaq, keep Shaq. I don't think there's any reason to keep Thurmond. I would probably just play the game for 45 minutes and get Ayton or Jackson Jr. Both of them are way better than Thurmond. And your point guards, like, I don't even mind Kyrie Irving, and I don't even mind Westbrook. But you sell both of them, and you replace them with Bobby Sura, and then you spend the 20 minutes needed to grind for Larry Hughes. And, well, maybe not as big names, the team. Your team becomes a better team overall, and you probably have close to 100k in the bank. So, yeah, that's pretty much it. That's pretty much it. This team does need quite a bit of work, but like a 6.5 out of 10. That Westbrook's release is so slow. How badged out was Ja? I mean, honest, this must be the most. Your Ja must be the most badged Ja Morant in the history of 2K for Ja to even be like in this squad or anywhere near a squad like this. Like, you've got Bosch playing. Why is Bosch playing the 4? Just sell Bosch and get Josh Smith. Sell Bosch, get Josh Smith. Keep Bogey at the 5. You don't need to use John Collins. Get Lamar Odom at the 4. Keep Jaylen Brown. Keep Dan Marley. You can keep DeMar DeRozan. You can keep Kobe Bryant. But, like, there is no way that Ja Morant is better than Bob Sura. Trae Young, I mean, some people like Trae Young, so I don't know how you're going to play. How you play with Trae Young. If you like him, be my guest. Keep using him. But if you don't like him, then yeah, I probably will get rid. You will get rid of Trae Young. And again, play a little bit more time. Go get yourself like a Larry Hughes or something. And I think you'd have a nice little team on your hands. I think if you got rid of Bosch and put in Josh Smith, you're suddenly sitting on, or even get rid of Bosch, put in AK. What am I on about? Get rid of Bosch, put in AK. Get rid of one of Jaylen Brown or Dan Marley because they're the same player. Get rid of one of those two and put in Lamar Odom. And then get rid of John Collins and put in Josh Smith, and your team's 100 times better. And then swap your point guards. And you've still got you got 700 freaking KMT. Heck, just buy John Wall or something. If you want to do that. Bob Sura, actually, no, Bob Sura is better than Wall. Just use Bob Sura. I think what are the really cheap point guards are? I mean, there's Sura. I mean, OJ Mayo is probably better than Trae Young. If you want to use OJ Mayo, the guy's 5k MT. There are a lot of better options. Or if you want to just grind a little bit, you got Ben Gordon, who's incredible. You have so many options. You've got 700k MT. Like, the fact is, you go and sell Bosch and buy a couple of other guys. Like, you have so much MT that you can actually profit while making your team way better. This team's not unbelievable. It's okay. Not unbelievable, but it can get better. You can get better while making MT, which is the mad thing. It's very rare that you ever hear of a squad getting better while you technically downgrading and making your squad better. Okay. John Collins at the 4 isn't good, by the way. He's really not good. Like, he can shoot and that's it. Like, his defense is going to be very weak. Because, like, if you're coming up, the problem is with playing him at the 4. And I know you might be saying, oh no, I get on fine. There is a really big problem with playing him at the 4. And it's that if you come up against somebody running like a Lamar Odom, and they're running their whole offense through Lamar Odom, he can't defend them. He can't defend them. And on offense, he literally just shoots the ball. Like, he genuinely can't live with a lot of players. So I'm not high on the card. I think he's very, very much a guy that was decent at the start of Season 3 when he came out. Played well, especially in clutch time. And was not a bad 150 tokens for his time. I think his time's not now. I would honestly buy a Josh Smith or an AK. You've only got 52k, so I'd buy a Josh Smith for like 7 or 8k. I'll say you've got AK there at the 3. Yeah, buy Josh Smith. Buy Josh Smith. Start Josh Smith at the 4. Because again, there's absolutely no reason for you to have it the way it is. So I would definitely start Josh Smith. Like, if you start Josh Smith, your team turns into Lynn, Jalen, AK, Josh Smith, and Porzingis. That's a brilliant starting 5. And the bench of Larry Hughes is good. I like Buddy Hield. And because you're not, with your MT price range, you're not getting a better 2-guard than Buddy Hield for any way affordable price. Small forward, Darius Miles is pretty good. Ibaka and Ayton are fine at the 4 and 5. Like, John Collins just needs to be replaced. If you want to go big baller and you want to go a little more offense, you can replace him with Lamar Odom. That works as well. I don't think it works as well as Josh Smith because you already... Maybe you don't have enough offense, honestly. Maybe start Odom and replace Ibaka with Josh Smith. That could be a thing. That could honestly be a thing. So, yeah, I don't think the team's bad by any means, but it's not a great team. It could be a very solid team, but it's not too great. You're looking to play John Collins and Darius Miles. Darius Miles does not need to be replaced, by the way. He does not need to be replaced. Okay. Now we are going to keep scrolling. This episode's going to be a bit shorter. Like, normally it's around half an hour. It's probably going to be 22, 23 minutes. So, because I am in a little bit of a rush right now. So, let me just keep scrolling. Ooh, locked in for Hakeem. Not a good idea. I just saw that bum Giannis, the non-70-50 Giannis at the end of the bench. Okay. No money spent mainly. Run team through Tatum and Lin, play fast breaks. Going to add Jaren to my starting 5 and move Josh to my bench. Okay. I assume that fixes the glaring issue, which is the fact that you've got Jared Sullinger in your team. Like, I don't even think he's that garbage, but I mean, come on. There's no reason to use Jared Sullinger ever in 2K. He's not even that bad a shooter, but yeah. What I would probably do is, I think Jaren Jackson Jr. is... I'm trying to think. The best way I'd go about this, I'd probably play Odom. You got Lin, you got Bobby Sura, you got Larry Hughes. I'd probably buy an Odom. Like, as much as I love Serge, Jaren Jackson Jr. is better at the 5. And Serge is also better at the 5. I would probably sell Serge and sell Sullinger. And once you get Jaren, and buy an Odom. So I mean, Jaren Jackson Jr. to either starting center or center off the bench. And then having Lamar Odom there at the 4, who's just like a way better version of Kukoc. I'm not even going to say get rid of Kukoc because I love Kukoc. But you can either do that, or you can do what you plan to do and sell Sullinger and Kukoc and put Odom in at the 3 instead of Kukoc. Because as much as I love Kukoc, Odom is slightly better. But I like the team. This is a solid 8.5 out of 10. You legit could... I'm not even lying. You could start up this game on a Monday. No, you could start playing this game on Friday. You could start on this Friday and you could make a team that is more than competitive in the top tier of MyTEAM Unlimited SPMM in 4 days. And at 4 days of playing 3 hours a day. You could do it. If you play 12 hours, you could do it. Like, I remember in NBA 2K20, I played 10 hours. And in those 10 hours, I built an entire team from scratch with like 5-6 pink diamonds, and then went 11-0 in the 12-0 era. Like, from nothing, in 12 hours, basically went 12-0, and then I got stream sniped by like one of the best players in Europe and lost. But that was a disappointing way to end it, but it was what it was. Okay. But yeah, that's like, it is crazy how easy it actually is. Like, if you play 12 hours of this game, you can make a competitive team. You know what you're doing. Okay. These are all decent squads. I like Wall. I do like Wall. Okay. I don't play online. Okay, someone just said I'd struggle to make NT because I don't play online. If you don't play online, this team's perfectly fine. I bet say, oh, Garland can be a liability, but like, if you don't play online, no, he can't. The way the CPU can't abuse small players. These teams are all good, lads. These are all really good. I just want to find like a, for lack of a better word, a squad like this. Have like 33k MT playing on current gen. Okay, this is where you gotta be creative. This is where you gotta be creative. So, you got 33k MT, and you are currently running with Devontae Graham, Anthony Simons, Porter, Larry Johnson, and Mitchell Robinson as your backup 5. Okay. Okay, let's tear this all down. First of all, sell Paul Pierce. Push you up to like 35k. 35, 36k. Sell every bit of dead weight you have in your collection. You're probably going to be at about 31, 32k maybe. I don't even mind Mike Miller, but I would sell Mike Miller. I would sell Mike Miller because he's about 10k and you can go cheaper. You can go cheaper. Like if you sell Mike Miller and sell yourself, I wouldn't be surprised if you're sitting at 60k. And then with 60k, I would Bobby Sura. Get Bob Sura. Power forward, Josh Smith. Small forward, Darius Miles. Shooting guard. Ooh. Now that's a tough one. Shooting guard. What? Any good Amethyst 2 guards that came out in the last while? I mean, they weren't just free cards because I can't just tell. Like the easiest way is say grind for Booker. Like just saying grind for Booker is probably the easiest way, and like add in some players. But your point guards. If you say if you 60k, your point guards: Bobby Sura, OJ Mayo is your point guards. Your 2 guard, honestly, Matisse Thybulle. Matisse Thybulle, 1000 MT, he's gonna be your lock. Small forward, you can keep Franz Wagner. Power forward, actually small forward. Move Franz Wagner to your bench as small forward. Small forward, Darius Miles. Power forward, Josh Smith. Move John Collins to your backup center, not power forward. He really struggles with power forward. He's a very okay and usable center. Byron Scott. Move Byron Scott to your backup 2 guard. I know it sounds crazy, but if you've got somewhat tall point guards, like you don't get exposed as much with small players with 2. Move Byron Scott to your backup 2 guard. And then that really just leaves you with a backup power forward issue, where you can buy it. I said Darius Miles, I said Josh Smith. You could buy a backup power forward. Is there any? Who was good in Flash? Oh, Kukoc. Kukoc. Or if you want to move Darius Miles to your backup power forward and move Kukoc to your starting 3, yeah, that works. And now suddenly you've got even more empty. Well, you don't have even more empty, but still, it's going to cost you about. That's going to cost you about. No, you're probably going to lose about 10k MT on that, but that's a pretty nice squad, especially for someone that's kind of just for well, by the looks of things, someone who's kind of just started the game. Or if you want to go, I wouldn't say sell Porzingis. I was saying if you want to just make a little bit of a better squad, a little bit easier, maybe you can sell Porzingis and work, kind of redistribute that MT, but there's no point. Porzingis is too good. Okay. That is an interesting team. And we're going to go one more. We're going to go one more. I'm in the mood for one more. Okay. We need a... Oh, wow. Oh, wow. Obviously not a real team, but oh, wow. Did I see Paul Harrison somewhere? Am I blind? This is a troll squad. This is a troll squad. Am I blind? Why do I think I saw Paul Harrison? Maybe I mixed him up with Terry. Okay, we're gonna look at. Come on, one more. We just need one terrible. We just need one squad that needs a lot of work. This is. Oh my god, this. Okay, so first of all, gut the whole thing. Sell every single player not named Kobe Bryant. This is going to be my advice for you. Sell every single player not named Kobe Bryant and either watch a Ty Debo video or watch a DBG video, because my god. This team, outside, if you took out Kobe Bryant, let's say you started MJ instead of Kobe Bryant, that is a team that costs, starting 5, that costs at least 250k, but is significantly worse than certain starting 5s that cost 50k MT. Like, that is, oh my god. Dear Lord, sell every player not named Kobe Bryant and just watch a DBG or Ty Debo video. That's it. That's the advice. So anyway, yeah, that's pretty much it, lads. That is the video. Thank you guys for watching. Please like, comment, and subscribe.